Some of us are already seeing the rain showers today, but most of us have just been seeing a whole lot of gloom out there. That's what we're seeing on our camera right on top of our heads here at the Fox 19 studios in Queens Gate. Also taking a look at TQL Stadium. Oh yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend here in Cincinnati. The weather's going to start to behave, but not today. That's going to be a tomorrow thing. So much, in fact, we might see some sun. That's the good news here. But again, the big weather story today is going to be this rain that is on its way. It's been pretty light throughout the day today. I just took a look at rainfall totals. We're talking less than a tenth of an inch. Where we have seen the rain, so that's northern Kentucky, parts of Switzerland, Ohio counties, and southern Ripley County. If you have any rainfall reports that you want to send my way, go ahead and leave them in the Facebook comments. I have audio today, so it's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day. Do have a couple of showers starting to get close to Cincinnati, though, so some light rain may join you for your lunch plans, but it's not going to be anything too big. But over the next several hours, we're going to be watching out for, let me show you this bigger pocket of rain coming back into the tri-state. Notice it's not really showing off too many colors here. The yellows will start to come into play later on, and maybe a few downpours, but we're not tracking anything strong or severe with this. We're talking only the slightest possibility of thunderstorms in general. This is mainly a rain event, and that's holding true in our forecast. Again, just some light rain here in Cincinnati, but things are going to start to pick up as we work into your afternoon. So the timing on this, I'll get to that here in just a second. I want to give you a brief overview of what to expect with today on 19 at noon, because we've got a lot to talk about. The rain today, but the sun this weekend. I mean, as soon as tomorrow, we'll see that sun, and temperatures will be more widespread back into the 50s. We're already seeing the 50s today in some spots, but everyone will see them this weekend, most certainly Sunday. That's your pick day. And for Thanksgiving week ahead, we do have to update you guys about Tuesday of next week, because if you're traveling on Tuesday, if you have plans to travel Tuesday, we do have rain in the forecast. Not tracking snow for holiday travel, at least to Thanksgiving, but it is very possible that we see some snowflakes for Black Friday. So rain, it's going to get cold, and then we could see some snow. First alert on the snow. It's not looking like anything insane. We're talking some flurries from what I'm seeing right now, but of course, if anything changes, we'll let you know, but maybe a dusting from what I'm seeing. Again, that is a week away. It's a week from today that we're forecasting snow. So yeah, it's something we'll be keeping a close eye on. Today, this Friday, certainly not cold enough for snow, but it is pretty cool outside. Temperatures are in the 50s across much of the tri-state right now. Batesville's at 48, same with Lebanon, and Middletown. Wilmington still holding on to the middle 40s. And with temperatures already back into the 50s, we can expect, with the rain pooling on in later on this afternoon, maybe a bit of cooling here and there. Again, we're at 46 in Wilmington. Here in Cincinnati, back near 50. And depending on how much dry time we see up until the rain arrives, which it will do so pretty quickly or here soon, we could see the middle 50s in spots. So expect throughout your evening, wherever temperatures peak, they're of course going to start to drop, and we're going to be waking up tomorrow morning back in the 40s. More about today. Again, a first alert weather day. Up until right now, we've seen just very light spitting rain here and there. It's mainly been south and west of Cincinnati, but now that we're starting to get into the afternoon, we can expect more moderate showers, maybe some heavy rain coming back into the mix, and possibly a few storms as well. That's mainly a northern Kentucky hazard there, and then working overnight into Saturday, that's when the rain's going to start to come to an end. So here's the timing here on our weather timeline, if you could say. Here's the heavy rain starting to move in within the next couple of hours, and I should say moderate rain, because this rain is going to be through what you see right here, in which maybe a few strikes of lightning possible by about 4 to 5 o'clock this afternoon, but again, mainly rain with this. Here's some new info. So the high school football forecast for tonight, while it is going to be pretty gloomy, pretty wet, we're going to start to see dry time steadily throughout the games. It depends on where you are, of course, in the tri-state. We're seeing dry time first, southwest of Cincinnati, out towards Vevey, Williamstown, Ripley County, even up towards, say, Burlington. You can expect a dry time by about kickoff time tonight, whereas here in Cincinnati, maybe a couple showers lingering for but by the second quarter, maybe halftime, we're already tracking the rain coming to an end. So 8 o'clock tonight, a very different image compared to what you just saw for 7. So that's good. at least the second half of the game will be drier. It's still going to be wet outside. It's still going to be cool. So plan for the rain. Bring a layer or two. Bring the poncho. You won't regret it, because even if you're not using it for active rainfall, it's something to sit on because the season's probably going to be a couple of showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder will work through the tri-state. Really dark and early tomorrow. Nothing strong or severe, just some rain and a few strikes of lightning, and then it's going to be on its merry little way. We're going to be tracking the return of some sun as soon as this weekend. No questions coming on in so far. Again, if you have I've been having audio issues, and so I've been watching my audio bar pretty carefully, so I'm sorry if you just heard things get pretty loud there for a second, but we're back to normal. If I have any audio issues, please tell me. I'm watching the comments like a hawk. We're hopefully going to troubleshoot some of that stuff today like we did yesterday. All right, back to the weather. Mostly sunny skies return this weekend. I'd say the most sunny day is going to be Sunday. Very fitting, right? But Saturday, I mean, after a couple of showers in the morning, clouds are going to stick around, but throughout the day, we are going to notice some peaks of sun. Temperatures in the middle 50s, which means by kickoff time for the UC game, back into the 40s, and temperatures are going to be dropping pretty quickly as we step overnight into your Sunday. Again, I just saw that audio spike there for a second, so if you let me know, because it's doing something weird on my end, so hopefully I'm going to watch this back. Regardless, let's get back to the weather. Mostly sunny skies for Sunday after a chilly start, which means we're back in the 50s for Sunday. Bengals, FC Cincinnati match, looking good, looking comfortable, especially for the first half of the FC match. I mean, we're not tracking any rain, that's the good news, but just with the game starting at 5, playing for a little bit of a chilly end to the game, perhaps a ride home as well. Breaking you down even further, we got the Bearcats hosting BYU tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. Of course, Fox Big Noon Saturday is going to be here too. It's going to be a busy day at UC tomorrow. Tailgating, keep in mind that sunset will be at 5:19 tomorrow, so we're going to see more darkness than sunlight, even for tailgating. 51 degrees here around the time. We're going to be off pretty quickly. Like I mentioned, by kickoff, we're already in the 50s and then heading home to the middle 40s. Maybe even can't rule out the 30s too. Bengals, that forecast is probably the best one out of all 3 professional sporting events going on this weekend, in which tailgating, I mean, the middle 40s, it's November, folks. It's not going to be anything too glamorous, but we'll take it, right? Middle 40s for that. Not tracking a drop of rain in this forecast, just some sun here and there. And kickoff temps will be in the middle 50s. Again, kickoff is at 1 o'clock for Sunday against the Patriots. And then FC Cincinnati. This one's exciting. I'm really excited for this one. Hosting Inter Miami. The March, expect the March to be near 60. That's going to be a great afternoon on Sunday. Kickoff temperatures cooling down, middle 50s, and then for the drive home dropping near 50, maybe even into the 40s. So again, your weekend, it's looking mostly dry. Got some sun, seasonal temperatures, a good change of pace from the gloom of this last couple of days. And certainly for today as well. Okay, some questions coming on in. JD's tuning on in. How are you doing today? What is the weather for tomorrow morning? And what is the weather for Canton tomorrow morning? For Canton tomorrow morning, I'm assuming they're still getting through some showers. For us tomorrow morning, just a couple light showers east of Cincy, and the rest of us cloudy and wet. I'm doing well. Thanks for tuning in, JD. And Garnett, thank you for letting me know about the audio scratchy. So I'm going to watch this back. I mean, these microphones, I don't know how old they are. We're gonna get to the bottom of this audio issue. Again, I've been watching the levels like a hawk after all the issues yesterday, so I appreciate you letting me know that things are a little scratchy on your end. Hopefully, that's a problem that we can fix pretty easily, but again, thank you. Okay, let's start to work into next week's forecast, the Thanksgiving week forecast, in which we do have some rain that could affect travel. I'm eyeing Tuesday. The showers are eyeing Tuesday, in which, yeah, I'm not tracking snow. It's just going to be rain. That's the good news here, but maybe a few rumbles of thunder, and it could be breezy. So one of those forecasts you want to keep a pretty close eye on. So walking you through the next few days into next week, Here's your weather timeline. Again, we're starting to see the sun as soon as Saturday afternoon. Clear skies means cool temps Sunday morning, but the afternoon looks great. Plenty of sun in that forecast. Monday, clouds will take back over, so you'll see a little sun in the morning, and then you'll see clouds coming on in towards the afternoon, and eventually the rain will start to fall. That's going to be overnight into your Tuesday. Tuesday itself, I'm mainly seeing the heavier rain moving through during the morning rather than the afternoon and evening. That's good, I think, because that will limit anything too strong, and it'll also limit the heavy rainfall totals. But with a couple of opportunities for showers on Tuesday afternoon, can't rule out some storms with it, just with temperatures back near 60 that day. Leftover showers possible early Wednesday, but most of the day does look great. After Tuesday showers and a few storms, we're expecting big changes just in time for Thanksgiving, unfortunately, and it's in the temperature department. So let's talk about it. Let's bring you to this point in which this is what we're seeing for Thanksgiving morning. We'll get to the exact forecast here in a second, but I want to show you what's happening upstairs in the atmosphere first, because after we get through those rain chances on Tuesday, as soon as Wednesday, to be quite honest, warmest temperatures on that day are going to be around midnight. So temps dropping throughout the day on Wednesday. They're going to be at their coldest by the end of the week. But the rain Tuesday is going to be pulling in this cold air from very far north, and it's going to be, of course, making things pretty cold here, especially here in the morning hours. So Thanksgiving morning, Black Friday morning, Saturday morning, even Sunday morning, all of next week, it's going to be cold. Less than 32 degrees, so it's going to be freezing, and we can't rule out just a little bit of snow with this for Friday. Of course, with such cold temperatures, any precipitation that we see will be snow. It's cold enough for that, and you'll see it here in your 10-day forecast, what I'm talking about, because I mean, it's a tale of two halves here. We have nothing but rain chances between today and Wednesday of next week. Again, Friday and Tuesday, or today and Tuesday are the days to watch. And plenty of dry time for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Even Wednesday, that's probably the better day to travel. But, I mean, it's going to be breezy that day. It's going to be cloudy, and temperatures are going to be falling. I know, it's not going to be a beautiful setup for Thanksgiving, but at least we're not tracking anything too big. We're not tracking any big rain or big snow. We're just tracking a rather large cool down to afternoon highs on Thanksgiving will barely tap the 40s, which means you can expect the 30s, if not the 20s, for the morning and the evening temperatures for Thanksgiving, for Friday, Black Friday, and for the weekend to follow. But we do start to lift out of this little taste of winter. I'm seeing that beyond the 10-day forecast as soon as the first day of December. Can't believe we're talking about December, but we do start to climb out of these pretty cold temperatures. At least I'm seeing some signs of it. And the good news here, even though it's getting cold, I'm not seeing any big snow with it. I'm seeing some snow, Black Friday, maybe a few flurries there, but nothing to really impact things. Of course, a little snow could, is all it takes, right? And with a little bit of rain moving through at least the midweek, if the rain were to stick around as puddles on the ground, then of course we do run the risk of those freezing. It's something that you'll want to keep in mind, and it's going to be that thing that you'll want to keep in mind throughout the entire winter too. Okay. Coming on in this afternoon, Barry's tuning on in. What happened to all the rain we were supposed to get this morning? Changed our outside plans because rain was forecast all morning and we have nothing. He's very disappointed. Yeah, absolutely, Barry. We can talk about what happened this morning. So the rain that we've been forecasting for the morning hours mainly was for northern Kentucky, and we've been watching for that to be pretty light. Again, the forecast calling for the heavy rain to be moving through this afternoon and into your evening. I'm sorry that you canceled your plans and that you probably didn't have to. Of course, forecasts can change pretty quickly, and yeah, you can expect the rain to pick up later on this afternoon. Thanks for tuning on in. And JD's asking if I'm okay. I'm doing well. Thanks, JD. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the low temperatures because it's still cold in the afternoon, so you imagine the mornings are going to be even colder. So giving you the first alert on some temperatures dropping into the 20s for Thursday, Friday, maybe even Saturday of next week. So that's just something you'll want to keep in mind as we get a little bit closer to Thanksgiving. But up until Thanksgiving, we just have a couple of opportunities for rain here and there. And the first one is today. Showers, a few rumbles of thunder coming into the mix again in the afternoon and the evening. That's where we're expecting the heaviest rain from the latest information. Saturday and Sunday, mostly clear skies and sunny too. Get to see some sun. Temperatures near 60 by Sunday for the Bengals and for the FC Cincinnati match. And Monday, the warmest day, 61 degrees, more afternoon clouds. Again, clouds are going to thicken ahead of Tuesday's action. Mainly seeing these showers and a few rumbles of thunder possible for the first half of the day, but scattered showers possible for the afternoon too. Wednesday, just a couple showers in the morning, but the rest of the day looks better. Just temperatures starting to drop throughout the day. Now Thanksgiving Thursday, a cold start, a chilly afternoon. That's the biggest impact, the temperatures for Thanksgiving itself. But we can expect to see some peaks of sun that day. Now Friday, Black Friday of next week, couple of snow flurries in that forecast. And of course, the cold temperatures. Going to be cold, especially in the mornings. Okay, no other questions coming on in this afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and get the forecast updated and watch the radar pretty carefully on what's going to happen this afternoon and into your evening forecast. Thankfully, not tracking anything strong or severe, but of course the rain could be heavy at times and we'll let you know when that happens. But for now, signing off here in Queens Gate, I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. Have a great rest of your Friday and a fantastic weekend.